Hi, my name is Angelica Latimer, and I'm going to talk about my informative speech over family. With that being said, I'm going to ask you guys one question. Have you ever wondered why the connection between family is so strong? Well, I'm going to give you guys my prime example of why I think connection between family is so strong. First off, why I believe it is so strong is because after having a kid, I realized that there's such an unconditional love that I realized there's never a bond that can be broken between me and my son. Have you guys ever felt that way about anyone else in your family, even with a child or sibling, something like that? Because I feel like that's something that grows as our family connections continue on as we grow up. And that's something we learn to gain respect for as we get older, which is also going to lead me to my three main points today: family values, cohabitation, and genetics. Starting off with family values, I'm going to discuss some statistics I found on dailymail.com. My statistics about family value today are going to be about married couples. On dailymail.com, it showed that 19 out of 20 couples tend to rely on their own spouses before they rely on friends or family whenever it comes to problem solving, which also leads us to morals and values during that family value situation as well. When it comes to family values, that is something we tend to really push onto our own children, and hopefully that is something that is going to be our children learn to grow, and we teach them to grow to their own next generation as well. Which is going to lead us to the before factor, cohabitation. Cohabitation is where two people end up moving in together before they get married. Cohabitation is actually more of a normal known factor now today in today's society. It has also been proven on WordPress.com that living together before you guys get married is a 50-50 shot of either making your relationship stronger or making a relationship weaker. It is also shown that women tend to believe that moving in together is the next step towards marriage. But men also believe that this is a step back before marriage so that they can test out their relationship before they get too deep into the relationship. Also on WordPress.com, it has shown that during cohabitation, it is made people feel like they are stuck in an unhealthy relationship just because they own something together. And during cohabitation, it's a hit or miss whenever it comes to two people. And I'm going to show you guys one example of why I believe cohabitation is so strongly used in today's society. And something maybe you guys all think about on your own. Look at this. This shows first comes love, then comes marriage, which is crossed out, and then cohabitation. It's proving that society today is skipping the marriage part and going straight to the living part, which sometimes can be a hit or miss whenever it comes to straight factors in your life. My own personal experience is I am not married, so I believe that cohabitation just depends on whether the couple's either meant to be or not meant to be, and that can be in your own interpretation, in my opinion. Okay, that is going to lead to reproducing after marriage, of course, and that'll be genetics. On HuffingtonPost.com, it shows that the genetics of a bond are completely stronger whenever it comes from siblings. It shows that siblings who grow up together that are complete opposites and probably tend to fight the most are the ones who end up growing up with the strongest connection. And I've seen different articles show that siblings that hated each other when they were younger that now are absolutely adore siblings now and couldn't live without their siblings. And obviously when we're younger, we don't think that way. Well, it also shows that sibling genetics is where you create the strongest bond of where you guys can't lose each other. I feel like genetics is something that's very interpreted into this subject. Genetics is something that's all throughout our bloodline of our family, but I feel like the family connection is strong either way, so that's however you guys want to interpret it. Whatever your sibling is, maybe you're strong in that sense too. Well, today that's going to conclude my speech over family, and I just want to ask you guys one last question. Now, do you guys know why the connection between your family bond is so strong? Well, I hope so after today's speech, and I'm going to show you one last video. All right, thank you guys.